Hi wonderful students, welcome to day 2 of Outdoor Adventures. Let me start off by saying thank you so much for your introduction posts. I know there wasn't a whole lot to do on introduction day, but some days are going to be, especially Mondays, are going to be a little bit slower like that. And then today, I'm going to be taking you on a little adventure. You're going to see that in the pictures down below in the discussion post. But before we get to that, I'm going to go through 3 things with you. Okay, I'm going to go through how to properly put on a hiking backpack, how to use trekking or hiking poles, and a little bit of information about some hiking shoes, some hiking boots, some helpful hints and tips for you if you are out there on a big adventure. So, first thing I'm going to talk to you about is the hiking pack. Okay, so I got it in my favorite color, green, a nice Osprey pack with a hiking buddy. Of course, you can't hike alone ever. So here's the deal with the hiking pack. Sometimes, depending on your trip, these bad boys get super heavy. Okay, depending on your trip, they might be getting 20, 30, 40 pounds depending on how long and where you are at. So if you have a super heavy backpack that you are putting on, sometimes it's easier if you kind of swing the pack up on your knee here so that it's a little bit easier to kind of hitch this up onto your back instead of going straight from the floor up to your back, kind of using your knee as a middle point. When you are putting your backpack on, there are steps. I can't just put and connect certain segments together before other segments. So what I mean by that is that your hip bones down here, right here, this is where we have to get connected to start. It always starts at your hip bones right here, okay? So I'm going to put this little hip connector on, and this is the very first thing I tighten, okay? I want my weight of the backpack to be right here. So on the hip bones, sitting right there, then after I'm done securing that, there are straps up here on hiking backpacks that help position the weight a little bit better. So I'm gonna pull down on those bad boys, just like that. And then when I'm done with pulling these straps down, think of it like you're on a roller coaster and you have to put that thing down, that safety gear, same thing. You want to be nice and safe, you want to put these bad boys down also, okay? Then the last thing that you need to do, you have a sternum strap that goes across your chest, okay? So this is the last thing that gets tightened up here, just nice straight across, and then you're good to go, okay? So all of this, putting this together in the right order, helps it fit better and correct so that the weight distribution, so that it doesn't feel so bad if you are taking a long hike, okay? When you are taking off your backpack, then you're gonna go in reverse order, okay? So I'm gonna loosen these, I'm gonna loosen these guys up here, and then finally I'm gonna loosen my waist straps right here, and then you can unclip it all and take it off, okay? And same thing if it's super heavy, instead of just dropping the backpack down all the way to the floor, I would suggest you go to the knee and then you go to the ground. It can be a little bit easier and less likely that you might not get hurt, because nobody wants to get hurt when they're going on an adventure, okay? All right, so that's the first thing I wanted to talk to you about. Second thing, hiking poles. I always thought it would be ridiculous to use hiking poles because I like to think I'm young and spry and as cool as you cool cats are. So I thought, no way, I'm not going to use hiking poles. I am in decent shape. I don't want to look lame. But guess what? These can be a huge benefit no matter what age you are at, or if you are in great shape or not great shape, you want to use hiking poles. They just do such a nice job if you are going across rocky terrain. They help you out and keep your balance. If it's raining and it's slippery, the same thing. It can help you stay upright instead of slipping and falling on your butt and getting hurt. So if you are going to pick the awesome route of trekking poles, go you. You want to have them at the correct height, okay? So here's the deal. There's a little segment right here. I'm gonna push that out, and when I unhook that, that allows me to adjust this, okay? You want it at when you're holding this, you want your arm to be at what is this? What kind of angle is this? Okay, 90-degree angle, a right angle, okay? So once I find that correct height, where it looks like my arm is at a 90-degree angle, I'm gonna go back and I'm going to secure this now so that it can't adjust anymore. And like I said, you can kind of see that my arm is making a 90-degree angle, okay? When I'm moving forward, I want to angle the pole a little bit back because that helps me propel forward, right? You want to help, you want these hiking poles to help you, not hinder you. You don't want to stick them out, your hiking poles out to the side, because now that's moving me back to the side. So if I had both of my hiking poles here ready, people commonly do that as a mistake, where you have them out on the side. Well, all that's doing is ping-ponging me back and forth, whereas if I have them in more and I have them going out, that's moving me forward, okay? So the angle is kind of going backwards so that it can push you forward. That's what you want, okay? So a little bit of information about hiking poles. If you ever use them or if you have some around the house, I would urge you, I know that some of you don't have access to any of this stuff. That's absolutely fine. We're not in class. I don't expect you, do not go out and buy any of these things. Do not tell your parents or guardians that. I do not want a phone call saying, why do we need hundreds of dollars of equipment? You don't, okay? I just want you to watch. And if you do have the equipment, please, with permission, play around with some of this stuff so that you get a feel